Nowadays, everybody wants to preach training full range of motion, but nobody wants to train for full range of motion. What's up, Internet? Coach Dennis here, and today I want to talk about flexibility and training for full range of motion. What is flexibility? To put it very simply, flexibility is the ability of a joint to move through a range of motion. The greater the range of motion, the greater flexibility. Now, why should you care about flexibility? Well, if you're bought into the science-based bodybuilding camp, then you are bought into the idea that training in the maximum range of motion, potentially even lengthened partials, is the optimal way to grow muscle. If you're an athlete, you may simply need to achieve certain joint positions in order to perform the demands of the sport. And if you're a functional fitness guru, then you should be concerned with the function of all joints and muscles and achieving the fullest potential of that function. Me in particular, I fall into sort of all three camps. I think all three are important. And what has piqued my interest lately is to overcome the general stiffness that comes with age. I just turned 41 yesterday. When I was 18, I could do a front kick, straight leg behind my head. Yeah, I used to do Kung Fu. Now, well, you can see that's not quite there. And part of that has been because I have not dedicated enough effort to my flexibility, but rather focused on strength and sport like CrossFit and triathlon. With that being said, let's take a moment here to observe a ritual I've been performing since I was 35, which is to perform a squat at a multiple of 10 of my age. This year, that would be 410. Now, I don't quite have a full depth squat in the tank for 410, so today we went ahead and hit a box squat and all went well. But getting back to flexibility, there's a lot of misconceptions about flexibility, even to the extent that stretching may even make you more prone to injury. But that's only if you stretch at the wrong time and in the wrong way. In reality, if we think again about flexibility as ability, and if we have the ability of muscles and joints to perform and exert force even at the end ranges of motion, then we are stronger and better prepared for whatever life throws at us. And this is where it gets interesting, because if we read books like Stretching Scientifically by Thomas Kurz, we learn that increased flexibility is actually best done not through passive stretching, but through dynamic stretching in the warm-up, like those leg kicks I showcased, and deep isometric resistance training, in order to increase flexibility, just like shown here. So this I'm actually treating like a very, very deep box squat, right? So this is a horse stance, but I'm actually sitting into my heels, sitting my butt back like a box squat. And you'll see that actually the muscle does fail, and I instantly increase my range of motion by several inches. And this is the best way scientifically to achieve the side splits and or the front splits, is through isometric training, or essentially resistance training in the deep ranges of motion. So maybe these science-based lifters are onto something. Maybe it's better for hypertrophy, maybe it's not, but it is certainly better for increasing the function of the muscle, increasing resiliency and strength in the deeper ranges of motion, and the ability of the joint to perform in increased ranges of motion. So all that being said, I really just want the most out of my body. I want the most abilities that I can obtain. And flexibility, interestingly, is one of the easier qualities to train if you go about it correctly and if you're diligent with it. So I've set myself a goal to regain the splits. Yes, I could do them when I was 8 and I could do them when I was 18. So here I am at 41. I just turned 41 yesterday. And I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it And we'll see how that translates to everything else, to my lifting, to my running, cycling, etc. Anyhow, that's what I got for today. If you're interested in flexibility, follow, like, subscribe, shoot me a message, and I'll share my journey along with the rest of my pursuits. And yes, that was a baby crying in the background today. That's Evie. She's 2 weeks old. And yes, you've probably heard multiple sounds because with a baby, it's hard to get work done. I did a voiceover outside. I did a voiceover here in the car. I did a voiceover with a baby on my lap. And yeah, that's all I got. I'm done. So have a good day. Peace.